Welcome back! For those of you who are new, my name is Veronica, and today we are going to be talking about ways that we block our own blessings. Now, sometimes when life gets hard or isn't going the way we expect it to, it's easy to blame other people or our current circumstances for our setbacks. Sometimes it's even easier to blame God because we feel like He has all the power, so He should just use it as soon as we say so. That is a really dangerous mindset to have, and I have learned over the years that it is really important that we take accountability for our blessings being postponed. So today I'm going to share with you guys 5 ways that we block our own blessings, ways that you probably didn't even realize we're blocking them. If you have been stuck in the same spot and you're wondering what could be holding you back from receiving all of the blessings that God has for you, I want you to pay extra close attention because a lot of these points that I mentioned were things that I was guilty of that I really needed to check myself on. And once I did check myself about it, that's when things started changing around me. So let's talk about it. Number 1, being unforgiving. Some of us need to learn how to forgive people. Everybody makes mistakes, and no matter how bad we mess up, God always forgives us. But think about the last time someone did you wrong or lied to you or stabbed you in the back. Did you forgive them, or do you still wish bad on them to this day? What if God forgave us in the same manner that we forgave our brothers and sisters? What if He made us jump through hoops or decided that He wasn't going to forgive us at all? That would be devastating for some of you out there. The same way God gives us grace, we need to offer that same grace to the people around us. Some of us aren't being blessed the way that we should be because we're operating on a day-to-day basis with hate and unforgiveness in our heart. I know it's easier said than done, but God says we should love our enemies. We should wish well for the people who have wronged us. Imagine how much further God can elevate you when you start operating from a place of peace and understanding instead of being petty and vengeful and all of that nonsense, just not willing to let stuff go. It's so important that we forgive our brothers and sisters because how can we claim we love God yet we refuse to forgive His children? It doesn't work like that. You've got to learn to forgive. Number 2, comparing yourself to others. One of the worst things that you can do is start comparing your blessings to somebody else's blessings. What people don't realize is when good things are going on around you, when other people are being blessed around you, that puts you in perfect alignment to be blessed too. But the minute you stop being happy for people and you start asking yourself or asking God, why them and not me, that's when your blessings get prolonged. When your coworkers are getting promoted, but you've still been in the same position for a few months now, when all of your friends are in happy relationships, when you're seeing other individuals' income double, but you're still struggling financially, you should rejoice actually, because if God can do it for them, He can do it for you too. But maybe the reason why He hasn't is because He sees your bitterness when He blesses somebody else. Number 3, not spending any time with God. Isn't it so crazy how in this day and age, people want full-time blessings off of a part-time relationship with God? I'm not even gonna lie to you though. I was guilty of this too. It's so funny how we could go to work for 60, 70, 80 hours a week to a place where we don't even really want to be at, but the one person who can change our whole lives, we don't have time for it. We can't even give Him 2 hours on a Sunday morning. Not spending any time with God is going to be one of your biggest downfalls, because if you're not spending time with Him, how can you hear Him to know what He wants you to do to be able to fully tap into your blessings? If you want to reap the full benefits of what God has to offer you, start spending time with Him. Number 4, surrounding yourself with toxic people. Your blessings are at a big risk if you're not surrounded by the right people. Toxic people will have you in bad mental spaces. They'll drain all of your positive energy. They'll have you losing your focus. They'll put you in situations that you would have never been in if you weren't involved with that person. And even worse, I did a post called 10 Signs That Your Friendship is Toxic a few weeks back. And although the post was geared towards friendships, it was applicable to all different types of relationships you might have throughout your life. So if you are having trouble deciding if a person in your life is toxic, I would definitely recommend checking out that post. I will leave it in the description box, and just so that you can kind of be familiar with who may or may not be toxic in your life. Once you're done evaluating yourself and the ways that you might be blocking your own blessing, it's time to take a look around you and see what toxic people in your life might be blocking those blessings from you too. Number 5, not having any faith. Many of you aren't being blessed the way you should be blessed because you don't really believe that God can elevate your situation. I heard the coolest speech by Steve Harvey not too long ago, where he gave such a great analogy of how important having faith is. The way he put it was, when God sends us our blessings, he is going to always send those blessings to Faith Street. So what happens when those blessings are sent to Faith Street and you're over here on Worry Avenue or Doubt Lane? Your blessings, they get returned back to the sender, and before you know it, there's a whole warehouse full of returned blessings that should have been yours, but you weren't where you were supposed to be at on Faith Street. That was one of the deepest analogies, most applicable analogies that I have ever heard in my life, and I just really wanted to share that with you guys because it is real. Like, if you don't believe it, you're not going to achieve it. The Bible says, ask and you will receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. So if you don't really believe in that, you, my friend, are blocking your own blessings. Well, there you guys have it. Those are 5 ways that we block our own blessings. Now, for all of my readers out there, you are my favorite. On virtuousbyveronica.com, I did post a full blog post going into more details on how we might block our blessings. And you know what they say, the book is always better than the movie. So if you haven't already, go to virtuousbyveronica.com and check out my most recent blog post that is also pertaining to this subject. And leave your comments below. Let me know if this was an eye-opener for you, or just how you felt. Again, thank you for stopping by. Make sure if you're on YouTube, you hit the subscription button, and I will see you in my next video.